Hi everyone, this is your reading for the next 7 days. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you have clicked on it and you want to watch your reading, then it is for that time. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because I have every week the next 7 days reading does come out. So you can always check out the other ones as well because you may find some interesting information as and when you want to view them. So here we have these three wonderful, wonderful groups. So whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the reading for you. So we have group 1 here with this beautiful embellished piece. We have group 2 here with this piece, and then group 3 here with the pink and the orange. It's an interesting color combination. I have to say, actually, it's really pretty. Never would imagine pink and orange to look so aesthetically pleasing, but there we go. So that is those are your choices essentially. And if you have made your decision, you can meditate and try and figure out which one you're most drawn to. It might be the colours, it might be the decks, it might be the number, but then once you've found it, you can go to the description box of my video, you can go to the timestamps, click on it, and it will take you to your reading. Also, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, they will be down below. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is my intention items are on Etsy, so do check those out. I have divination pieces, there's coins and pendulums, there's charms and letters, and there's also the items that are meditated with and saged for your personal manifestation. So the bracelets are very popular because a lot of people have seen results with those. There's over 180 varieties of bracelets, and everything from love, twin flames, soulmate, confidence, chakras and healing, letting go, evil eye protection, everything is there. There's also pom-poms, tassels and embroidered cards you can put under your pillow, in your wallet or your purse. So my Etsy store is linked down below. It is an intention store. Check out the review section if you want to see how other people have seen results with these items, and international shipping as well. Alright, so let's get started with this reading. So first we're going to start with group 1. Oh, also if you'd like to win a free reading with me, information's down below. And if you'd like to purchase a private paid reading, information is also down below. Okay, so let's just move this to the side and move this a little backwards. There. Alright, group number 1, next 7 days. Let's have a look and see what is going on for the next 7 days in your life. Okay, so we've got this beautiful decoration piece. I feel like we need to put it somewhere. Let's put it right there. Okay, let's have a look. I'm also going to do charms, letters. We're going to get out some tarot cards, oracle cards, self-care oracle cards, and of course we'll look at these oracle cards as well. I believe this is the Enchanted Map Oracle deck, if anyone is interested. So we've got here Rescue, and Ghostlands. Number 16 and number 17, they came out consecutively. Interesting. Let's go for one more. Wishing Well. It seems quite lucky because what I see here is that the mask has gone up. It's almost like the deception is leaving. Bad luck is evaporating. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Okay, anyways. Okay, so what I really see here for you, especially with the rescue card, is that there is personal growth and personal development that's really happening over the next 7 days. Now, wishing well could be you making wishes and thinking, you know what, I wish I had this in my life, I wish I had that in my life, I wish for better health for this person, better health for that person. You may also be seeing some injustices happening around you or to other people, and you might be thinking that's so unfair. When certain things happen in people's lives and we or other people could be like, you know what, it's just so unfair, it's just so unfair. And so there's this wishing energy that I definitely see here, wishing for someone's health, wishing for someone's speedy recovery, wishing for your life to also just be more balanced, or wishing for more money. I see you wishing in the next 7 days, but I also see personal growth and personal development. It's not like you're just wishing and not doing anything. You're actually still proactive. You're still trying to do things for yourself. You're still trying to live a good life and be a good person. You know, I see that here. And I also see with ghost lands as well, you may be reminded of people from the past, like past loved ones as well, really coming through quite strong and thinking, you know what, I want to build a legacy. I want to do amazing things. I want to do this really in a way that supports my future as well. And with rescue as well, you may feel like you want someone to rescue you, or you may feel like, you know, if I had this particular thing, my life would be much better, significantly better, or just very different. So there's that element of like wishing and wanting to be rescued and feeling like something could help you, but there's also ghost lands, which means that certain things could have ended, certain things could have happened, which are just triggering you to feel like you want things to move in a better direction, which they will. But I mean, this next 7 days here seems to be covered in a lot of thought, perhaps even regrets from the past, which I'm picking up on, which are going to really be the big talking point for the next 7 days for you. So, with that being said, let's get some more of these cards out and see what's happening. Okay, so that's the main theme. I mean, it's pretty heavy, I will say that. It seems pretty heavy, but it also seems to be like one of change and transformation and growth, which I think is very important. So let's see with the self-care oracle deck what we have. I'm going to do 3 of every single deck, so we'll do that. Make a meal. Okay. So I see that happening, okay? I know that's such a cliche thing to say, like, oh, moonlight, making a meal, come on now. But no, I feel like you might be also very tempted to make healthy meals. You may also find it very therapeutic as well. And so this is also a way in which you are spending time doing something that makes you feel better as well. So make a meal. Energy work, okay, so maybe focus very heavily on chakras, meditation, guided meditations, meditating on your chakras, aligning your chakras, cleanses. That's interesting. I also do chakra cleanses as well, if anyone's interested. But, you know, the interesting thing here is that there's a lot of focus towards yourself and also things you want to achieve, right? It's like the universe is painted as though it's in that person's hair. It's a part of them. So you will feel like, you know what, this is a really great time for me to manifest. And that's why I see here wishing well as well and rescue, because I feel like many of you are depending on the universe and you're like, come on universe, you know, I'm keeping my palms open. Oh yeah, that's a really great technique as well. For those of you that do meditate and you are manifesting, keeping your palms open is really the way to do it, because then you are saying, you know, I want to receive. So they can put it in your palms, essentially. What else do we have? And number 22, you know, that's really about balance as well, right there. Deep breathing, chants. You're just trying to relax. Everything I see here is very therapeutic. Sorry. The cards actually just covered up the microphone. I hope you heard that. I was just saying everything you see here is very therapeutic. And there's a bunch of cards that just came out. I'm going to take this top one. It says be still. Yeah, so I see a lot of you doing things for you kind of energy. A lot of this is really self-focused for yourself and for your wellness and your nutrition. I see you wanting to be healthy. I see you wanting to have some good vitality and good energy. And again, see the universe being surrounded around you. Okay, which means that you are manifesting heavily in the next 7 days. Okay, so these are the food fortunes. It's interesting because some of you say that the foods are so accurate, so I thought it would be fun to include them, and we do have some healthy food there as well, so let's just see what happens. Oh wow, look at this, right? Queen of Sides, you've got a salad. Speaking of healthy foods, right? So you've got here the Queen of Sides. We've also got a rabbit there as well, which is kind of funny because, you know, when we think of like salads, we think like rabbit food, but, you know, I see you wanting to be quite healthy. Let's see what else we have here. So that can also be, you know, just incorporating more fruits and vegetables into your diet. Doesn't necessarily have to be a salad, but more fruits and vegetables. We have here the straight shooter, so we have some like whipped cream as well. I see a lot of people do that with like whipped cream and strawberries and things like that. And then we've got here, this one actually fell out, it's the classic. So we've got here like a cola kind of vibe. So you're trying to be healthy, right? Trying. Everything in moderation. Actually, that's the best way to do it. Everything in moderation, because sometimes you will want those particular things. So that's what we see there. Maybe not the healthiest, but actually you're really trying. The main food item here is packed with fruits and vegetables. So it's not like it's not, you know? Okay, so let's go with tarot and see what we have here. I'm going to go for three of these as well. Empress, wow. Look at the Empress. Oh, Empress and the Chariot came out. So Empress is also about harvest. I see a lot of you perhaps spending time in nature. That's what's coming through here. You know, you might be sitting in your garden, you might be sitting in a park, might be sitting in a forest, if you go to forests, maybe even in a field. But I see a harvest here as well, and from what I feel, the Empress is wearing a print, which is some kind of fruit, I feel. So again, we've got, you know, fruits and vegetables. Also this self-focus towards oneself. The crown is made of stars, so again connecting to universe, manifesting. Venus energies, which is about self-love and self-care, which we see here very strongly, right? Also the energy of be still, so, you know, Empress is very still. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's just move these up a little bit. Okay, well, they don't want to. They have a mind of their own, these cards. Okay, Chariot. Let me just get the last card out. Yeah, so Chariot shows progress. Okay, so it's the Knight of Cups. So Chariot shows progress, and you've got two very strong cards which are related to solar plexus energy, right? So solar plexus energy is the sun's energy, it's solar energy. So it shows positive energy coming towards you. The more you're focused on yourself, which I feel you will be over the next 7 days, the more what you're wanting will come to you. And also the Chariot here shows a real sense of balance. Remember I mentioned as well number 22, it is about balance. You've got the yin and the yang there as well, which represent balance. Well, so those are of course two Sphinx, and the two Sphinx in tarot, especially in its history, represent Tao, and Tao, okay, oh my god, I can't even speak. Tao represents yin and yang. In a historical way. There we go. I'm currently doing this in a Mercury retrograde. My words are so jumbled up. But yeah, that's what we have there. And the Knight of Cups is pretty significant too, because the Knight of Cups shows movement and progression, and like, you know, it's pushing forward in ways in that sense. So that's what we have there. Yeah, so that is what we have right there. So the next 7 days are really packed with a lot of focus towards yourself. Like, your harvest is for you, and that's really what I see. It doesn't mean you're not going to do anything for anyone else, but I really see majority of the energy going towards you. The Knight of Cups also shows that there could be a romantic interest, so keep an eye out for that. There is some kind of a romantic interest, someone here wanting to come towards you, or at least having the thought to come towards you. And yeah, that's really what I'm seeing and picking up on here. So that's what we have. I don't know what more to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the charms and the letters now. All right, so let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the tray. So this could be initials. This can also be words that spell out things for the next 7 days. Okay, so we've got a CD. Okay. Does anyone still use CDs anymore? Let me know. We've got an E and an X, so we've got X, we've got a T, Q, you know, I also saw TED as well, you know, like those TED Talks on YouTube. That's interesting. I just thought of that as well. You got a C, a Z, and an O as well. So yeah, you got double C's. So that's what we have there in terms of the initials and the letters. So now let's go to charms. Okay, so we've got quite a few here. We've got an asterisk, wow, I can't even say that word. All right, we have it there. It's like a little star. Also, you have another star as well. I really believe that this represents faith. Again, a lot of belief in the universe. As we saw in the other two cards as well, right, in the self-care deck as well, the star is literally embodying the person, whether you're male or female, of course. Then we've got here an L. We've got an S. Okay, well, we have got the physical intimacy word, if you know what I mean. So we have got that there. We've also got a Q as well. We've got an arrow. And it wasn't, I don't feel like it was pointing in a specific way. Sometimes the arrow points towards certain charms, but I don't really feel like that was meant in that way. But what I feel is that this is about you going in the right direction. Okay, it's also you going towards your goals as well. You've got here Taurus energy, which is interesting because the Empress is ruled by Venus and Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So you have got a very strong Taurus vibe going on. And what I would say with that is that it's really about you knowing that you want stability, security, fulfillment in all areas. But this Taurus energy also does represent some stubborn energies, right? It can represent that things are perhaps slower and you may be wishing for things to be faster. You may be wishing for things to be better. You may be wishing for things to come along and come across as better, stronger, more fulfilling. And then we've also got here as well, we've got the cat, which symbolizes personality. So again, you're going to do things for yourself. I really feel that. We also see here this really pretty charm where you've got the pink and the white. Reminds me a little bit of ice cream, you know, the pink and the white, the strawberry and the vanilla. But anyways, this here is really interesting because this can also represent like a I was going to say, well, it could represent ice cream, but it's more so about also representing like two different sides, like two different states as well, in terms of feelings and thoughts as well. Now, we've also got the dog, so that symbolises loyalty. You've got a cat and a dog. You've also got here as well the angel. You know, with cats and dogs, like people are always like, are you a cat person or a dog person? And that's really interesting. It's like, why can't someone be both, right? So what you might be thinking is that people are very, very different. And you might also be thinking as well, like, why do I have to choose? And that's something I see here, you know, with the white and the pink, is that why can't I have both? Why can't I do both things? I'm not saying you're choosing between a cat and a dog. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes people are so limited with their choices, they feel like they can only do one thing or another thing. I see you here thinking to yourself, what if I could do both, right? What if in my little pendant here, I could actually have a mix of both of these things? What if I could, say for example, do this particular job but also do my hobby at the same time? Why can't I do both? And that's what I really see here is a real sense of power. You know, why can't the Empress can, by the way, the Empress can have this incredible harvest and can still be an incredible mother, can still be an incredible wife, can still be an incredible you know, daughter, and still have this like Empress kind of harvest going on. You know, why not? Absolutely, it can happen. So that's what I see here, is that especially if you're trying to make a decision between two, just know that you're not limited by options and choices. You've also got here this angel, which symbolizes protection. You also have here the dolphin, which really does represent as well. I feel like there's some physical intimacy stuff definitely coming through. You know, with the S, the E, and the X, but also with the whipped cream, and also the dolphin, right? The dolphin really does also represent that. We also had a rabbit as well. Like, these are all little like physical intimacy messages that are coming through. You might be thinking a lot about that. You might be thinking about that with someone else. Someone else also might be thinking about that with you, but this is more so your next 7 days, or you could just be having a lot of it. I'm just, you know, saying. Anyway, so that's what we've got here with the dolphin, and we've also got the ring as well. Now, the ring represents some form of commitment that you want to make, commitment that you would like to have. Perhaps you want to speed up the process of commitment. So that's really what is coming through there. So that is your next 7 days. That's what I'm picking up on. So this is this is what we have. This is literally what we've got. So yeah, if this resonates with you, for sure, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. And take care, everyone. Bye. All right, so I now am going to go to group number 2. Let's take those away. Put these away. Okay. 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 Alright, group number 2, hello, how are you? So this is going to be for the next 7 days. This is a timeless reading, so from whenever you watch this. And let's have a look. So you've got this heart, which you have chosen. Let's just put it right there. If it wants to stay, it's okay. I think that looks okay because you can see more of the hand as well. So let's have a look, alright? So I'm going to get some of these out. We're also going to get tarot cards, oracle cards of different nature, and also charms and letters. So let's see what the next 7 days is bringing to you. Universal Bank. Everything you need to thrive is already here. Continue on. You've got here Metamorphosis. Like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you are about to get your wings. Wow. And then you've got here number 3, self-love. You are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. Incredible. So what I really feel, especially with Universal Bank as well, is that this is really in the next 7 days about you feeling actually pretty confident about the things that you have in your life. You will start to think to yourself, you know what, actually I feel really lucky that I am in the place that I'm in. And having a lot of gratitude, because you might hear from certain people about difficult situations. You might watch a documentary which really triggers and sparks a lot of energy where you're like, oh my god, thank god that is not my life, or thank god I have not had an experience like that. You may literally think to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky that I haven't had to experience anything like that. There could be something that you watch or something that you hear about which just really is not nice, or just like really triggering, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, you know, thank god I still, like for some of you it could be hearing that someone's lost their job and you might think to yourself, oh my gosh, you know, I'm so lucky that I still have mine. Or it could be to do with love. You know, you might hear that someone has lost all their money or something, or has lost, you know, a family member, or you know, there's something here where you think to yourself, okay, like that, I'm really glad that hasn't happened to me, because it's going to be different for everyone. That's part of the general reading. You're all on different paths, and you're all living, you know, remotely different lives, right? So there's going to be something though which just makes you feel like, wow, you know, I literally have everything I need to have in order to thrive and to live a pretty, like, you know, decent life, good life. So that's Universal Bank, just feeling really secure and really happy with your abundance that you currently have. Now, Universal Bank here is also a really strong energy about gratitude. It's almost like you're really so grateful that the universe will put more on your plate. So the more grateful you are, the more that will come your way, the more like you will feel fulfilled. You'll feel happier, you'll feel more content, more fulfilled. So continue to have that sense of gratitude and more will come your way. I really do feel it. And also you've got here Metamorphosis, right? Some of you may feel very isolated. You may feel like, oh my god, there's not much going on in my life, like literally nothing is happening. So you know, how am I supposed to do things? So into that specifically, I would say that it's a little bit like the caterpillar being in the cocoon, right? You may just feel like it's so frustrating, so lonely, but when that caterpillar exits, it doesn't exit like a caterpillar, it exits like a butterfly. So everything that you are currently going through is you changing, evolving, and getting stronger, right? You're not the same person. I know a lot of people also talking about the pandemic, and they're like, it's really tough. But thing is, things have changed. Of course, things have changed. It's not realistic to think that everything's just going to magically get back to normal. It's a process. It's a change, and who knows, right? It's an evolvement. So what's really quite significant, I meant who knows in regards to it will be different. It's not going to be the same as what it was before. It will be different. It will be remotely different. I don't want to scare any of you, but of course it's going to be different. It's a new normal, right? So in that sense, it's about also recognizing that there will come change, and with change can come greater opportunities, greater good. Better things can also come your way with these changes as well. And I think it's also about recognizing those aspects too. So metamorphosis is, that you are like that caterpillar that emerges from the cocoon. You're about to get your wings. And also, if certain people have always been ignoring you, or certain people have always been talking bad about you, or just ignoring you, making you feel invisible, there will come a time, I really feel, I know I'm speaking more so about the future, even though this is the next 7 days, but this is something you'll realize also over the next 7 days, that this is not forever. It's a phase and a cycle. And some people have this phase for like years and years where they feel so invisible, and then all of a sudden their luck changes, something in the stars change, their birth chart, there's like a transit that happens somewhere in the planets, and suddenly their luck changes and they are, so desirable, or things just start to change for them. And so I do feel like this big change is pending. It's going to happen, and right now you may just feel in isolation. You may feel a bit lonely. You may feel like nothing's ever really working out for you. That's what's happening right now, but eventually there's going to be a change. And then number 3, self-love. So you're learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself, and it's so true. Okay, that goes for other people as well that are not treating you very well. It clearly shows that they are not able to love themselves, and when they cannot love themselves, they obviously cannot love anybody else the same. It just is not the same. So I really feel here, the more you focus on self-love, the better you are able to also love others, and understand why others are not also sometimes able to do that towards you as well, especially if you've been around people that are difficult and are challenging and are hard to get along with sometimes. So that's really what I pick up there. So I really hope that helps you. Okay, so let me just grab these other cards as well that we have got here. Okay, let me just put these ones actually on the side. Should I do a bonus? Should I do bonus 3? I feel I really want to, so let's do a bonus 3 for you, group number 2. So you got here nourishment. You're being asked to take time out for self-care. That's literally what we mentioned. So it's a reiteration of the message, right? So take some time, rest, retreat, especially in your downtime as well. Take care of yourself, look after yourself, maybe meditating, retreating, something so simple as getting enough sleep as well. Can really help. It totally can, in terms of your body and your energy, your vitality. I see you wanting to do that, so you might decide like, okay, let me just turn off my technology, let me go to sleep 2 hours earlier than before. Because even in doing that, then you might spend an hour just trying to get to sleep, and then at least you'll get to, sleep an hour earlier. You know what I mean? So if you plan like 2 hours, then at least you would go to sleep maybe 1 hour earlier, because I see some people do that, where they're like, okay, let me just aim for 2 hours, and then it ends up being 1 hour earlier. But yeah, I just see here some little changes. So it says here, earth shifts. You're very connected to Mother Earth, and as such you experience all that she does. So I see here personal growth, right? So you might be taking more walks, you might be going into parks, or spending time in greenery, or eating more plant-based foods, so vegetables, fruits, etc. And that can just make you feel so much more nourished as well. It can give you more energy. Of course, remember, everything in moderation. I don't recommend, because look, I'm going to come from a place of making sure that, of course, you seek medical advice from doctors and professionals where possible. But I'm someone who's tried every single diet out of the book. Okay, you name it: gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, paleo, keto, everything I have tried. Okay, and I get so many questions about this, but what I will say is that the best thing you can do is just eat in moderation, right? Eat healthy where you can, but when your body craves it, don't don't starve yourself, you know, of what your body does want, because then otherwise your diet is just going to completely crash. So for those of you wondering about diets, remember everything in moderation. Okay, because I know so many people that went vegan just for the sake of like losing weight, and you know they're not vegan anymore. Of course, it's different. Some people do it for, of course, ethical purposes, of course, and they actually stick with it lifelong. But for people that do it for weight loss purposes, a lot of them bounce back into the same kind of diet that they were on before, you know. So I think that's really important here, is that if you want to be consistent, which is exactly what a lot of things in life are about, you know, so consistently working hard, consistently, like, you know, if you want to consistently you know, have weight loss or even weight gain, right? You've got to be consistent at it, and the only way to really be consistent at things is to make sure that you're not going insane, right? Because I think that's really important, not to go insane, of course. So yeah, anyways, fruits and vegetables, but remember, once in a while your body is going to want what it wants, and I think it's important not to starve yourself off that, especially for the next 7 days. For those of you that are doing these crazy diets or whatever you're doing, make sure you're actually looking after yourself and what your body actually wants. Sometimes listening to your body is the best way to go. Remember that it's also about intuition, right? So when you feel like intuitively someone's not good for you, what are you going to do? You're going to act on it most of the time, right? So the same thing with your body is that when your body really wants something, a lot of you are going to act on it. But I think also doing it in moderation can really help, okay? That's my little PSA for that. I feel like I'm just going in circles, but hey, maybe that could help some of you. We have here also past life connections. You're currently healing past life wounds. So for sure, I feel like a lot of you might be, you know, again, feeling like you are unseen, unheard of, nobody really cares, you know, like some of those thoughts do come up, which is why I'm mentioning them, but it is going to change. That luck is going to change, and the more you look after yourself, the more you connect with Mother Nature, you connect with meditation, you connect with your higher self, the divine self within yourself, the divine self within yourself, wow. Whether you're male or female, there is a change and there is a shift and there is progression and there is joy, and there's, you know, a lot of really great movement as I pick up here, which I think can be very powerful indeed. So I definitely feel like that can be a really lovely energy and a really lovely thing. So I would definitely say look out for yourself, you know, look after yourself, look out for yourself, etc. You know, go, you got this. So yeah, you're healing parts of like the past life where you felt unheard, unseen, not so respected, etc. But those things will change and they will get better. They will get better. I'm saying they will get better. Okay. Right, so let's go with the food fortunes actually. Remember I said everything in moderation. You can do whatever you want, you know. I think that's really important to also mention as well. But I see you doing everything in moderation. Ooh, okay, so you've got here the link. So we've got like sausages. Remember, again, whatever your dietary preferences are, they are, you know, whether you actually eat meat or whether you're, you know, vegetarian or vegan, remember, a lot of these foods actually can be made to be vegetarian and vegan nowadays. It's very different to like back in the day. And then you've got here the orange one. So this is like Indian, like British food. So like curry, for example, which actually is very popular here, but, you know, anywhere. So like, you know, you might be thinking of like Indian food or curries. Got some sausages there. Quite a popular breakfast food, isn't it? Sausages. Okay, so let's see what the last one here is. It is, we've got here the delicate ones. You've got strawberries, you've got some cream there as well. So that's what we've got there. So look, you know, everything in moderation. It's there, you know, you've got some fruits there. Let's go with tarot. And of course, like a different kind of cuisine. So you might be getting like an international cuisine in the next 7 days. So you've got justice here, right? So justice shows your good karma will come back your way. We've got here the 5 of Pentacles. So again, you feeling invisible, feeling unheard, feeling isolated, feeling like you know, why does everyone always get away with things and I can't even like do something so simple and be respected for it? So yeah, again, that whole caterpillar butterfly thing, isolation is coming through. Your luck will change. Vibes in tarot are also about change. Justice shows your good karma coming your way. This is about you having that personal balance within yourself at this very point in time, right? Also healing from past life wounds that you've had. So in the past life, I definitely feel like you were so much unheard of. You didn't have many opportunities in your past life, and so in this lifetime you've been given more opportunities than you did before, and that's really what I'm seeing. So you may also, again, feel very, very grateful for that. And then we also have here as well the Ace of Swords, which is about clarity. It's also about taking action. It's also about just feeling good, and, you know, it's about progression basically, and feeling very progressive, feeling like, you know what, things are good, things are okay, things are going to get better for sure. So that's what I see there. And then we've got these cards, which are the Self-Care Oracle deck. So we've got here Clean Your Space. So I see a lot of you doing some cleaning to your space. Also, number 9 is all about like isolation, hermit energy. You know, you might be spending a lot more time in your home. We've got here 55, write a gratitude list. I mentioned that here with this card, the first one, right? That you may be feeling really grateful for your life. And again, you've got these 2 5s, right? 55, again, changes. So I definitely feel here that you are going to be really grateful for aspects of your life, because you're gonna hear about something, and it can make you feel super, super grateful. Okay, so writing a gratitude list can also help connect to the universe that, you know what, you are grateful for some of the things that you have now, because in your past life, you definitely had a lot of issues, wounds, challenges, troubles. Life is much better in this lifetime. Sure, it's not perfect, right? But it's better. It is better. It may not feel better, but remember, things will also change here, because you may feel like you're just isolated. You may feel invisible. You may feel unheard of. You've got here chanting as well. So again, this is you taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. Could be yoga, chanting, deep breathing, meditation, really connecting to your divine self as well. So let's go to charms and letters. All right, so let's do that. So the letters can be initials. It can also be words that represent what you're going to be doing over the next 7 days, or words that represent something over the next 7 days. Ooh, look at that. The 2 that I see here is T's. I see 2 T's. And we have an A and a Q. We have a Q and A. That's interesting. Asking the universe some questions, wanting answers. M and an X. We've got here a Y and a A. I was like, and we've got an A. Okay. All right, so we've got 2 A's, 2 T's. Yeah. Okay, so, however that resonates, it may, okay, so it may not actually, but let me know, okay? And your charms. Sorry guys, I always have to lean over for my charms because the box is so heavy and I can't put it on this side because it sort of gets in the way of things. And also my microphone is on this side, so it makes a lot of noise. But regardless, we have got here 2 which show time, 2 of these time charms. So we've got one here, and then you've also got the timer as well. So that's interesting. You've got 2 T's, 2 times. Palm tree. Quartz. It's like a proper unicorn, this quartz as well. This is really about self-love. It's about finding the unicorn in yourself. It really is. That's what it is. It's about knowing that you're special, and that eventually people will start to see you for who you are, that you're really special. It's one of those things. You know that you're a unicorn, you know that you're very special, but people will also see you like that. And sometimes people, you know, the planets go through phases where you could be the most incredible person, you could be so kind, caring, giving, but people just don't pick up on it until suddenly there's a shift in the planets. It's one of those things that does happen. I see here this oasis, like you want to create an oasis for yourself, and you want to have a lot of peace, and I really feel like that will manifest, it will bloom. I just feel like there's time, you know, it's almost like it's saying still a bit more time for you to properly grow your wings in the cocoon to become the butterfly. But over the next 7 days, there's a lot of gratitude. You're going to also want to make some changes. Some of you may be also thinking about going to like a tropical paradise or island. Like you might just be dreaming of that and wanting to do so because you feel isolated, or you feel like, oh, you know, I want to get away. Then you've also got a W as well. So you've got way is another word that I'm seeing. And we've also got, interestingly enough as well, I feel like this is when a lot of the like whenever you're watching this, okay, whenever you're watching this, not when I post it, but whenever you're watching this, we have also got here as well May. So you may want to keep May in the back of your mind, because there could be something quite spectacular in terms of changes happening around May, right, with the whole butterfly cocoon thing, whenever you watch this. Okay, so that's something I'm seeing. We also have here Matt as well, so that's interesting, and also the, like maybe a person called Matt, but or Matty. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we're seeing here. Just a matter of time, but also you really just bringing out the inner unicorn. You know, you're special. You are special. Not everybody can be a unicorn. Okay, so that's what we have there. So if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you would like to, of course, and yeah, do like the video, take a look at the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy, and take care everyone. Alright, so let me take away these, and let me let's just put this forward. Alright, group number 3, hello. So this is for the next 7 days. Let's have a look and see what I can give you in terms of messages, clarity and information. Alright, so I've got your chosen your chosen decoration here. Let's just put that there. It's so beautiful, the pink and the orange. It's such a good color combination. Okay, would have never expected it. So let's have a look. This is a timeless reading, so from whenever you're watching this, it can apply. So I'm going to shuffle out these cards, and then we'll also go to more oracle cards. We'll go for the food fortunes as well, and we will also do some tarot and charms and letters. So let's see. Okay, so next 7 days. That was fast, that bit. They just came out straight away. Okay, so let me just do some rearranging here. We got Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. A lot of you over the next 7 days, to be honest, I think more than just 7 days, to be honest, but over the next 7 days, it's really going to hit you that the planet does need some saving. And I feel like you're going to be much more mindful of your, what do I call it? Like your habits, right? So for example, thinking about making subtle changes. Now this is going to be different for everyone, but I'm going to throw some examples out there. So for example, instead of, you know, accepting plastic shopping bags, or paying for extra shopping bags every time you go shopping. You might take a reusable thing with you. Now that's something that actually happens a lot in the UK, like you actually have to take your own bags to most places, but I really feel that that's not something that happens in every country, but it's something that I see for many of you, you're making that change, so that's interesting. You may also be thinking about sort of like instead of taking a car or taking public transport, if it's close by, you might think to yourself, I'll just walk instead, or I'll bike, things like that. Doing little bits for the planet, basically. There's so many things you can do, right, to sort of save the planet. You might even think about reusing certain things rather than wasting them. So I just see you here being very, very mindful of your behavior. You might even be thinking, okay, let me just preserve this or preserve that, reuse this. You might even be thinking about electric cars or electric vehicles. You might be watching loads of documentaries. You might be, really interested in all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I see. You're very connected to Earth, and you're just trying to, you're trying to figure it all out. So that's really what I see there with Gaia. All right. So I feel like a lot of you are just you're into it to some degree, or making tiny little changes at least. All right, so that's something I see here, because a lot of you might also be thinking about the future, and you might be thinking, oh my god, what's going to happen in the future, right? So can I make these little changes here and there? You might be also thinking okay, let me be mindful of the trips I'm making and things like that. We also have here Serapis Bay. It says ascension, moving into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. So especially for those of you that have felt very weighed down, felt not good, I see here you rising above, moving forward, progressing, feeling better within yourself, and feeling better within certain situations and challenges that have happened. So I see you feeling just so much better and happier. So that's what I am picking up right there, which again is really, really wonderful. So that's what we've got in that sense. So yeah. Also, you've got here as well Master Jesus, forgiveness. So yeah, with ascending, you are just taking yourself to a better place. You're ascending, not descending. So it's like you're not going backwards, right? Especially for those of you that are trying to heal, those of you that are trying to move forward. You're trying not to go into past wounds. You're trying to heal those wounds rather than go back into it, like you're moving forward, right? So yes, with forgiveness here as well, this is about forgiving people that perhaps have caused pain. And it's not that you're okay with what they did, but you're just accepting that, whatever happened. There's nothing you can do about it except for your own peace of mind to be able to move forward. You are trying your best to move forward, right? So it says you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. So this can also be you healing certain bonds and certain wounds with a father figure, which I think is very interesting as well. Over the next 7 days, there could be some communication because you've got a lot of blue here, which represents the throat chakra. You might also be spreading your word in regards to sort of the earth and how we should be more mindful. Also, because you've got more blue there. Ascending here with the predominant yellow, I would say, is the solar plexus energy, which is very powerful because this energy is the light. It's solar energy, it's the sun's energy. So it shows here a lot of positivity, a lot of growth, and a lot of movement over the next 7 days. So you're moving forward, you're progressing forward. You're healing yourself, you're taking care of yourself. I think it's very important. I think it's significant. I think it's very vital. Let's just say that, very, very vital. So you're really doing that here, and you're having a lot of forgiveness towards people in your past as well, or people that have done unfavorable things. So let's have a look here and see with tarot what we have. Got the Page of Wands. So you may also have some creative ideas, right? You may also get some really interesting ideas that maybe you want to share with certain people, or you want to make into your own business. That's really interesting. I would say this is actually a really great time to come up with ideas, or to come up with different plans, because this is a great time for research, right? Especially with everything going on, especially with the pandemic. I know this is a timeless reading. Some of you might be watching after, but it's a really great time to sort of sit down and have these different ideas and to come up with plans, because not that everybody has time, but a lot of people do have some time on their hands, extra time on their hands. But Two of Cups here does show that someone is thinking about you as well. There is this sort of loving energy coming through. There's this like crush like energy that I pick up on, which is strong, so that's quite strong. Which is quite strong. And the Two of Pentacles here as well, right? So some of you here are like going back and forth on whether you want to forgive and move forward, or whether you want to sort of stay in the situation. I just feel like you're ascending, and so a lot of you have options in regards to love. You're not, nobody just has one person in their lifetime. People have options and choices, and sometimes our choices can lead us to new people. So I think that what's really important here is to recognize that you are not, especially for those of you that are single, you're not meant to be alone. And if you're holding on to someone who is not very nice to you, just know that you're essentially limiting your own choices. In that sense, you do have options here. I do see someone does care and really does like you, but you also do have options, because some of you may not be so convinced. I'm just saying, okay? For those of you that are in romantic relationships, I see here love, I see here happiness, okay? But I also see that some of you are a little bit like, I'm not really sure about this, right? So you have to trust your gut and your intuition on those particular aspects. Oh my god, I've got way too many cards here. Let me take this first one, which is that one. So yeah, I would just recommend that you take care of yourself and you put yourself first. I think that's just really the most crucial, most important thing that you can do. Okay, so we have here read. So as I mentioned as well, you're going to be doing a lot of research. I feel like you're going to be like watching documentaries or being on YouTube, watching different videos and things like that. I see a lot of knowledge penetrating your soul. I see a lot of that. So you might be reading lots of books. You might be reading, very interesting things. So I'm just saying that's what we've got here. Connect with crystals. So you've got 11 as well. You're on the right path in your life. But also crystals can really help with healing. Crystals can also help with drawing out negative energies or throwing in more positive energies. So I think that's also really great. And then you've also got here create art, right? So this is about ideas, it's about creativity. You've got the Page of Wands there as well, coming up with new ideas, which I'm really seeing quite significantly. So again, you may have more time on your hands, because that was something that I did see, right? You may have more time on your hands to read, to sort of sit there, with yourself as well, and to do different things. So I see here the Two of Pentacles, you wanting to do different things, wanting to try out different things, also thinking about love, but also thinking about, are there different opportunities, different people, different ideals out there. So that's something that I also see here strongly. And finally, let's go with food fortunes. Well, actually, this is not the final part. We've still got charms and letters to go. So a lot of you said that the foods do make sense, which I think is just amazing, right? Because they're all so different. All the food cards are so different. This could also be things that you're craving as well. It doesn't mean that you have to eat it. You know how sometimes you just feel like, oh, I really want to eat this. Just really want to eat it. But then you never really end up doing so, or you might end up doing so. That happened to me last week. I really wanted to eat like cheesecake, but we have a lockdown here in the UK, so it's not an essential trip for me to go and grab just a cheesecake. And also it's snowing today, and it's like, if I really want something, it's like, I could go and get it, but I'd rather just do it in my weekly shop. So things get delayed, and plus now it's snowing today as well. So it's been delayed, this whole cheesecake situation has been delayed. Anyways, let's see. So that's what I mean. You might be craving something and it just gets put off. Okay, let's see. Okay. So we've got here the many named. So this is like a sub. It's basically like a sandwich, right? And it's got all these different types of fillings inside. So I see sandwiches. We've got here the split, so I see a dessert here, which is like, banana split. So that's what we have here, or even desserts with like bananas in it, right? So Yeah, banana is like the main part of it. So it can also, mean ice cream because there's like so many different toppings in there as well. It's really about making these your own. So some of you might be more interested in like sort of like the banana element of it, or the ice cream element, or the fruit element. Just because it's painted a certain way doesn't mean it has to be exactly like that, right? So I think that's really important. Then you've also got here the trio. So again, a different type of sandwich. This could be like a panini or a grilled sandwich, but I see here a sandwich. So sandwiches are they're very predominant, or prominent, should I say. And then you've also got here king of sides. So this is like mac and cheese, or it could even be like cheese pasta, for example. It doesn't have to be macaroni and cheese, let's say. It could be some kind of pasta bake. So that's what I'm seeing. And remember, if some of you are like vegetarian or vegan, again, I feel like this goes without saying that these things can also be, you can make vegetarian versions, you can make vegan versions, etc., right? So I think that's something to also keep in mind as well, because even I sometimes, I eat like vegan burgers and things like that. So even if I just say burger, just remember that there can be many alternatives that can actually fit people's diets in that sense, and preferences. All right, so let's have a look and see what we have here. Even though I'm not vegan, sometimes I just feel like eating that kind of food, and it just so happens to be vegan. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else does that as well. I try to be as healthy as possible, but sometimes you just feel like eating a freaking cheesecake. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Even though like vegan burgers are not actually that healthy, are they? Unless they're made of like lentils and things like that. Anyways, that goes beyond the point. But the point I'm trying to make is that you can make a lot of foods nowadays. You can make it completely vegan. The whole stereotype of vegan food just being salads is not actually true anymore. I don't think it was really ever true, but Anyways, so we've got here an X, N, P. So these could be initials. They could also be words that spell out your next 7 days, like things that you could be doing. You've got P, R, A. You've got pan. So you might be also like making some foods or sandwich on the pan, a grilled. You've also got tan as well. That's interesting. You've got a G, you've got another A here as well, and you've got an R. So that's what we've got there. Tar. Okay, so let's go with the charms. Whoa, okay, so you've got here the tiger eye star, which means that you're getting stronger and stronger, especially with your visions and your world views and things that you know are right and wrong. You're forming very strong opinions and views, which I actually think is good because, it's conversations, and I think that those conversations are, important. We also have here a heart as well, which is in lapis lazuli. And this really is very, very beautiful because it goes to show here that you are communicating with someone or on the verge of communicating with someone here. So you've got a star and a heart. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh my God, this crystal, I forgot that it even exists in my collection. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Let's just have a little lapis lazuli moment here where we just appreciate this crystal. I feel like people need to make rings actually out of crystals, so it's like an actual ring, like you put it on and the whole thing is just actual crystal, and it's like, wouldn't that be so cool? See, I'm coming up with ideas now. These are the kind of ideas you might come up with where you're like, oh, wouldn't it be so cool? Like an actual ring, right? So I have this ring here. Like imagine if the whole thing is crystal and it's hollow, like inside. Oh my God, that would be so cool. Anyways, so we've got here young and strong, right? So here you are, feeling really strong. We've got the lotus, which is about prosperity as well. We got the key here, which is about commitment and also ideas, like unlocking different ideas. We got love here, so someone obviously wants to communicate with you. You may also feel very tempted. You got dreams, so pay attention to your dreams. You may get some very interesting ideas through your dreams. You got here the cat, which represents personality, right? Which is quite good because you're feeling really strong within yourself. You've got another P here as well. That's interesting. You got a flower, which again is about personal bloom and growth, and you're growing and getting stronger. You've got these two swans as well. It reminds me of the Two of Cups card, right? So there is this like loving energy coming through of someone really thinking about you a lot. And then, oh my gosh, you've got double swans. You've got this charm here with the swans as well. Now, this could be to do with like a father figure and like healing energy with a father figure, because I see that more as like a parent and a child, and this one is more like love, love in that sense. Then you've got here the angel as well, so that shows protection. You've got here a camel, so I would say some of you might be neglecting your drinking water situation, so make sure you drink enough, you stay hydrated, because that's what I'm seeing. Some of you may be feeling very dehydrated. You've got here also a dolphin as well. So again, that's like water energy is really strong here, so make sure you do drink enough water. You've got Saturn as well, which is about structure and routine, so trying to bring more structure into your life and in your personal routine. You've also got here as well like wheat, or this could be like lavender, for example. Like it kind of looks a little bit like this. This is obviously fake lavender, but yeah, you've got like a bunch here as well, so like a harvest, which I see. Could be, bread. You might be eating quite a lot of carbs over the next 7 days. We've also got the sun here as well. So again, that real strong solar plexus energy of positivity coming through. And the full stop, right? You might be having some debates. You might be thinking, full stop, no, my idea counts. Like, I feel like you're going to be really strong in your ideas and what you say out as well. And just being really confident about, your personal researches, let's say. So this is your reading. I really hope this resonates with you. If it does, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. And do take care, everyone. Bye!